Good afternoon, everybody. Or for you, maybe it's morning. Or I guess it could be nighttime. Regardless, I want to welcome you to the Atmos Live studio. Thank you for coming by today. My name is James, and I will be your guide on today's adventure. I hope you enjoy the show. And if you do, tell a friend. All right, it's about that time now. We've really got to get the show on the road. Do you have your drinks, snacks, and bathroom breaks taken care of? Alrighty, let's go. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming back to join us in the Atmos Live studio. Today for episode 3, we have Reup the Boss, episode 2. I know that's quite the conundrum.
Yeah, man, we back at it again.
Thank you for popping back up at the studio, fresh off the road from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, that's what I was gonna say, man. We fresh off the road with it, so y'all excuse me, but yeah, it's like that, like city to city, state to state.
There's no rest.
I'm pulling up. I'm gonna pull up on you. One call, that's all.
Well, you know, I really don't feel like we were able to adequately discuss enough stuff the first time around. So I feel like this is your second time, probably of many, in the studio just to talk about life and history and culture and things of that nature.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot, man. Story of my life. So definitely, you know, when I shoot my biopic one day, you know what I'm saying, might be part 1, part 2, part 3. So you feel me? But this the foundation for it right here. This is where we get to talk about it.
Everybody starts somewhere, you know, and this is my somewhere.
Facts, man. Salute to you too, man. Like I say, I seen it, man. It's been a long time coming, and it's immaculate. It's beautiful, by the way. Like for real, you know what I'm saying. Everything up to par, for real. I'm learning. I'm learning, not just listening. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying. And it's making me tighten up too. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying. I appreciate it in so many ways, man. Salute, for real.
Thank you, brother. Speaking of, you know, stumbling across things and kind of finding your own way through it. Somewhere along the way, every musician stumbles across that creativity, you know, that natural spark that drives them to become an artist. And what was that defining moment for you?
I mean, pretty much, man, like, I mean, the music been always in me, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying, just growing up, listening to my mama sing, you know, my dad's side of the family just having vast music history from touring to, you know, and it just came to me naturally. But just, you know, when I kind of like used to get with my cousins and, you know, all the music videos used to be on, from Soul Train to just watching music videos and then trying to orchestrate it and imitate it, you know what I'm saying, and duplicate it pretty much. And I started putting my cousin together. We started routining. We started singing first. Then, you know, one day we kind of discovered that we could, you know, write our own music to these same songs. And, you know, I think we did one little talent show. We used to go to the gym every summer, like summer camp, you know, recreational parts. And they had like this talent show one year. And, you know, one year we had a song already. We was like, man, we're going to get on the talent show, and we did it. And, man, when I tell you, the whole gym went crazy. You know, for me as a child, that's when I kind of knew, like, I was like, wow, yeah, just like, okay, I like this. I like this feeling. You know, I like the way it make other people feel because, you know, you got to think about it. We just was in the house, at our grandma's house pretty much, just doing it, watching the music video, watching the BETs, the MTVs, you know what I'm saying, staying up all night. You know how it goes. So, you know what I'm saying, when we did that was my first little taste of like, okay, you got you some, you know what I'm saying? And from then on, I just, you know what I'm saying, kept it going. And, you know, everybody around me started kind of gravitating towards it, you know. So I kind of inspired a lot of people to want to do music, like at a real early age. We was like, you know, fresh out of elementary into middle school. You know what I'm saying? We was like full throttle with it coming into middle school. And nobody really ever seen that, like we was doing music fresh into like, you know what I'm saying, going to the studio trying to record on tapes and bringing it to school the next day. And by the end of the day, everybody talking about the song, like it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew early on that, hey, I got something.
Well, honestly, too, yesterday we had Shag and Bullet, 2 other Macon natives, in the studio, and they spoke about a couple of things that I want to touch on. First and foremost, you just made the comment that when you performed in that gym or wherever it was, other people had a good time too.
For
right?
sure.
Well, that speaks to your character because you're always someone that has brought other people on board and given them tools to work with, even if they were older than you.
Facts.
And that's what they were saying yesterday. Those guys were like, hey, he was one of the youngest ones in the clique and was just able to help provide vision for people and structure and give them to, if he didn't know it, he learned it.
Fact.
And that just speaks to who you are, And speaking also, you were talking about how much just being creative in your family is. Like, even your daughter.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to Kyla, man.
Is a direct little mini of you.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, man. Shouts out to Princess Kyla. And it's amazing that, and that also reassures me, like, okay, this is in me.
It's really in me.
It's no coincidence.
Yeah.
Just having a child and never, ever, like, forcing her to get in no studio. I mean, she's 5 years old. I know she see me, but I never, like, really, you know what I'm saying? Because I know the power of music. Like, once I discovered I could do music, it's like I didn't want to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't want to say it's a gift and a curse, but I just know I never wanted to force that on her.
Right.
But, man, genetics are powerful. It's like,
strong,
seriously,
man.
Yeah, man, she popped right in, like, the first time, and got to it and was punching in and, we wrote a little song, shouts out to Valenciaga. We put a little song together, ABC Lit. And she knocked it out, man. And she was telling me, like, I got it. Hold on. I'm like, hold on, now what's going on? This is meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, shouts out to her. Princess Kyla, man. Go subscribe to her YouTube, The Adventures of Princess Kyla.
There we go. Also, speaking on a little bit of what we covered yesterday, I heard that you used to make beats in a very particular place that I think would shock a lot of people. How did you get started on the engineering side of things?
I would say just being ahead, first of all, like I probably was one of the first kids that had a computer, you feel me, back dial-up age, like, you know what I'm saying, AOL, Merry-Go Online, shit like that. But, you know what I'm saying, just having a computer and just understanding computers. And my uncle, he was like real science head, so he was taking all my old shit and fixing it and making it control the house, like all type of shit you wouldn't believe. But make a long story short, man, you know what I'm saying, just being able to understand the tech side of things at so much earlier age, man, I ended up getting on, PlayStation 1 and, the MTV Music Generator. They had this game and you could literally produce beats. And, you know what I'm saying? I got a hold of that, man, and I started making beats on PlayStation, and they was crazy, bro, like to the point where I started making beats and I started making a name for myself, like started getting other artists to come in, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I sold my first beat for like $100. Shout out to Bump, man. Maybe it was 75, something like that, but that was the first time I sold a beat for that much, and it was off of a PlayStation. So, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, I knew, I was like, okay, damn, they like this shit, you know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, man, I started producing, like, for majority of the city, like, majority of Macon, Georgia, my hometown where I'm from. I started producing, you know what I'm saying, beats, and it was crazy, man. It was, like, amazing. I took the audio cord, took the red, the red, white, and yellow jacks that the PlayStation used to have. I used to hook the audio piece up, plug it into the audio piece on the computer, and record the beat into my music software. I think it was on Magic's Music Maker then, before Pro Tools, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's like crazy. I was on some genius shit back then, literally, like, burn it down to a CD for you, everything, you know what I'm saying? And that's what got me into engineering, honestly, because I had to understand how to use that software. I knew how to take some shit out the PlayStation and record it in. Like, I was taking shit from video games and everything, man. Like, coming in, sampling that shit. Like, I started understanding it on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm so sharp now with producer. I can make a beat, and for real, I know people like, yeah, I can cook up some shit in 10 minutes. Like, yeah, I can do that. For real, probably 5. I'm so good with it. Like,
any idea how many beats you have put together? I mean, I know that would be incredibly hard to even put a number on, but it's got to be like thousands and thousands at this point.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, man. We definitely over 10,000. I know. I mean, that may be an understatement.
That's wild.
For real. Like, I really can't even fathom a number, because some days I might 10 beats a day for 6 months straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, going in like that, you know what I'm saying? And then I might just take a break because, I wear so many hats. So, I just have to lean on what I'm feeling, when I'm feeling it at, like, okay, I feel like a producer right now. This is my producer bag. Or I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, just wearing so many hats, you know, filming, producing, you know what I'm saying? Both of them are vast worlds, you know what I'm saying? But they all can come together, but I still like to be a master of my craft, so I like to lean on it when I'm leaning on it, you feel me?
Speaking of wearing hats, you're somebody that owns multiple businesses. You've done credit repair, all kind of videography, audio engineering, video engineering on the other side of things. You rap, you write, you do all of it. So what are you most comfortable doing, and what do you enjoy doing the most?
Definitely producing, you know, speaking of, ironically, but yeah, producing is what I love the most. I love producing because me as an artist also, that's when I'm the most motivated. Like, you know, so I just love to be. I always like that, having that camp, that team, and you know what I'm saying. My favorite producer was like Manny Fresh, you know what I'm saying, Dr. Dre. Like, when you producing for a camper artist, that's what really make you sharp as a producer. You know what I'm saying? We coming in, we building the records, we producing it, we writing the records, we putting it together. You know what I'm saying? So I love to produce because I feel like that's when I'm the most motivated. And of course, that creates videos on the other end. So the more videos I'm shooting with artists I'm working with, the more videos other people come out and book me for, like clients, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so it goes hand in hand. But you know, that's where I'm most sharp at. I love producing and being an artist, you know what I'm saying? And you know, engineering come with that too, because like I say, we just creating a record from the ground up. I love to executive produce a whole project.
Yeah.
So I don't like to have stuff all over the place. Like, I'm very more, people hit me up to buy beats every day. You know, so I used to sell a lot of beats growing up, but now I done got real conservative with my beats. Like, you know, so I want.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it more important for you to just put them out there for somebody to buy them, or do you like to be selective now?
Yeah, I'm very selective, man. You know, and it's just with, it ain't so much of the artistry, it's just more about the consistency of the artist. I really like to work with artists who consistent, and they're gonna really put the record out. They're gonna get the cover did. You know, they're gonna want to shoot a video. They're gonna hit me up for the video. You know what I'm saying?
Your work doesn't shine the way it should if they don't go, not even the extra mile, but if they don't do the bare minimum to meet you halfway and do their legwork.
Yeah.
Kind of a waste of your time. Even if you got paid for it, it doesn't do it justice. Right?
Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it go both ways, because every producer got to understand, when you produce, you know what I'm saying, it's your record too. You know,
right.
It like that. That's why I say I'm real conservative, because I don't want to say I kind of, you know, producing with my feelings. So it's like, if I produce this record, I fuck with this record. I want to, this my record too. We going to push this together. Really. You feel me? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at it, man. I don't really want to just have my sound all over the place. And I feel like that's what kind of make you stand out a little more too. You know what I'm saying?
So as an artist and a producer, engineer, I know that any artist is going to be very conservative in how they look at their own material, right? They're going to want to put all the extra time into it. They're going to want to make sure that it's pristine and polished and put together really well. Who are some of your favorite artists to actually engineer for? Because I know most people would just say themselves, right? But you have engineered for a ton of different people, and you got some titans in your camp.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, most definitely. So it will probably be, you know, most definitely Pacific, of course.
Yeah.
Which he engineers for me too. So, you know, so that's what I love. That's why I like to teach artists, because it's like, now we can piggyback off each other. Like,
right.
I don't really like a lot of people engineering me. You feel me? But I let him engineer me because he records like I record. My boy R.O.D. Rod, you know what I'm saying? Rod Forever Loyal. I love engineering him. Valenciaga, I love engineering her. She's a crazy songwriter, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying, she definitely give me inspiration. Shad Coley, of course. You know, just to count, you know what I'm saying, Bullet, definitely Bullet. You know, we don't, over the last year or two, we don't really, and I've been working with him 10 years plus, but over the last 2 years, we don't locked in. Like, we don't locked in, so, and you know, we knocking them out. Like, for real. He got, I think him and Rod probably up, you know, as far as features and, you know, collabing and getting records with this person, that person, you know what I'm saying, within the camp, you know what I'm saying. So I definitely shout out to them, man. But you know what I'm saying. I'm universal with it, as long as you can knock it out. You know what I'm saying.
Correct with your business.
You know what I'm saying. Like, for real, as long as you, I kind of like I hate to compare it to how I record, but to me, that's what make it fun for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing it so long. So, we trying to create records. You know what I'm saying? We want to, you know what I mean? We understand how to create a record. So, not saying I just want to be on a level with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I understand like a Kanye in the studio, maybe a Travis
That's
Scott.
different than somebody just going and recording a couple of songs.
Exactly.
And somebody having a plan in place for a whole project.
Yeah, man. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like painting a picture. It's like writing a book. You just got to perfect it. You know what I'm saying? And it don't take time to do it. It just got to be done right. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the process of creating a record. You know what I'm saying? From song arranging and all that. You know what I'm saying? From taking pieces out the verse or taking pieces out here or rearranging this line with that line. Like, you get crazy in the studio session. Like, you know what I'm saying? We like that when it comes to engineering.
I feel like anything that pushes you to adapt in a situation, especially on the engineering level, would be fun, right? Because you don't want monotonous. You don't want the same thing in and out every day.
You can't.
It's boring, bro.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? And I think that just make songs timeless. I believe in timeless music. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm fortunate enough to be a part of certain situations in my life musically that I know I'm gonna live forever. Through my music. It's records that I got that I did literally 10, 15 years ago that will not go away. And I'm like, man, please stop. Like, play
anything
this.
else.
You know what I'm saying? But they like, nah, bro, this. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't even know that we did that in 2006, 2007. Like, you crazy. Like, it's crazy, man.
And this is something that we talked a little bit about with Bullet and Shag yesterday and with you before as well. There's all kind of talent that comes out of Macon specifically. Georgia as a whole, yeah. But Macon seems to be a breeding ground for talent.
Facts.
Why do you think that is?
Well, to me, it's where the soul live, man. In Georgia, we middle Georgia. We're right in the middle of central Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So just the rich history of Georgia and soul. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greats, like I say, Otis Red and Little Richard, Allman Brothers, even all the way bringing it up to currently. From the Young Jeezys to Jason Aldean, like Macon got a rich music history, and I just feel like it's just a lot of soul there. It's very people try to put this stigma out by Macon. You know what I'm saying? We know how Macon is, but at the same time, the love is there, the energy is there. It's definitely something. People just gravitate there out of nowhere. So I think that has a large influence on the music and the the inspiration. So like I say, you know what I'm saying, it definitely. You know what I'm saying? I just think Macon definitely is the core of Georgia musically. Like, no matter where you from, you know what I'm saying, you got somebody that's from Macon in your family. If you from Georgia, you got some type of connection to Macon.
It's funny you say that. I was born in Jackson, Mississippi, right? A large portion of people that I know have family or know somebody.
I'm telling you,
they're
man,
almost interconnected.
Man, listen, man, I done been clear across the country. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the South, but I've been clear across the country in the middle of nowhere, and I just bump into the most random person that know about Macon. Like I say, RIP, I was with DMX one time, one of my favorite rappers growing up. Just happened to get a situation, and we went out, sat down, had dinner at the Cracker Barrel with DMX. Definitely experience like wow. Crazy. RIP, but yeah, man, like to even sit across the table from him, and when we tell him we from Macon, and he like, what, Macon? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, hold on, what? You got family? Oh, you start naming schools and everything. Like, no lie. Like, we was in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? We had the little ranch. Like, so, that just that alone, man, like Macon got a lot of history, and I just think the energy of that alone just transitioning to the people. You know what I'm saying? We just gotta learn how to project it more in a positive light. But it's definitely a powerful city, man. I put it on the scale with cities like LA, Chicago, and we're not even close to the size of that. Right. So it's a lot of energy just harvesting there, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Macon, man. Macon got a lot of art. To me, it's $1 billion goal, man, you know what I'm saying? And it's growing, you know what I'm saying? From the mayor we got now to everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just moving on. We got other labels coming up now, you know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to Guap Records, shout out to, you know what I'm saying, all the labels, but it's definitely bubbling. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, the world got to be on the lookout for making Georgia for real. Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
Doesn't sound like they're going to be able to ignore it for much longer.
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? We in that age too, you know what I'm saying, with the internet, like, that's what you got to think about it. Like, now we got social media, so at the end of the day, we just got to put our money up and put our own stuff out. Like now we're shooting movies. Now we're like Macon got a lot going on. Like right now we got a movie out or trust issues. You know, shout out to my big homie Lockdog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just things like that. And they're working on another movie right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and you know, even with me, I got a movie. I ain't put it out, but I was like, damn, that inspired me to like, okay, it's time to put the movie out. When time then, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna rock with him on it. You feel me? I want to go through that. Cause it's just about bringing everything together and just showing the world that we can be productive together. You know what I'm saying? Not in that negative stigma that everybody want to put on us. You know what I'm saying? Cause it ain't really that. You feel me? Just when people been held down for so long, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, it just that's what you gonna get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we definitely starting to be able to put it out how we need to.
But then there's people, and you're one of them, who just is totally inspiring in all that you do, because like you don't let anything get in your way.
Facts.
You don't let any obstacle stop you. Okay. And you're always positive and uplifting. I've never seen any unwholesome thing come out. You know, we can't change who we used to be or things that happened back in the day or what have you, but to know that you are putting the effort, especially like when it comes to your community and teaching younger individuals how to do this, how to do that, how to run a press, how to work a board, how to record, you know, and giving them the tools to get out there and teach other people too. Like the ripple effect from that. And I told Shag yesterday, like, unfortunately, your history and your story is not yet written because it's being written currently.
Man, for real, man.
But all that's going to have a lasting effect on your community.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, they calling me a goat, but I'm still a beast. You feel me? Like I you know what I'm saying? Like I tell them, man, you know, it ain't even about like everybody like, boy, you're a legend. Like, and I love it because, like I say, even being at the age, like I just turned 37, I just had a birthday, like, so you feel me? To even be at that age, like some people just get their big break, you know what I'm saying? And,
right.
And to be recognized on that level, man, it's truly a blessing for real. But at the same time, every day I wake up like I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm never content.
Still hungry.
I barely even want to talk about the stuff that happened yesterday. So when sometimes it be like people come to me and they be like, boy, I'll be like, man, you know, my vision is so like, I'll say it's still, the story still getting wrote.
On ahead.
Yeah, it's still getting wrote, man. Like it's far from over. And like I say, you know what I'm saying, just being young, so young and being a leader, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, inspire others. When I fast forward 10 years later, 15 later, I can see the effect. I can see that, okay, it's a lot of more people with their eyes open now. You know what I'm saying? We may never have a conversation, but I know that it's a trickle-down effect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's what I set out to do. So, you know what I'm saying? It's going to happen. It don't even matter. Like I said, I got a child now that that's like me hitting the reset button. You know what I'm saying? Long as you know what I'm saying? Long as I'm here and I can, you know, help her get to where she need to be. Yeah, all this might was for her. You know, so that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? As long as I got breath in my body, I'm gonna always be a contribution to, you know what I'm saying, the industry, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I just love it. It's who I am. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Speaking of the industry, do you want to continue to cater more to the independent side of it? Or would you be interested at all at stepping into the mainstream side of things?
Well, right now, definitely, you know, everybody know me like I've been independent first. Like that's what it is. Because at the end of the day, I just feel like when you trying to do business on a level where you talking about 6 and 7 and 8 figures, you need to learn. You need to be educated. You need to experience things on your own. You need to know. You need to know how. That way you can have more leverage. Because a lot of artists don't understand that. You know, the first thing you want to do is jump out and get signed. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like hitting the lottery. A lot of artists don't look up and have the same opportunity that they looking at and don't even know what those artists had to go through, those bad contracts, those bad deals. And it's all experience, you feel me? Because a lot of execs, they was learning, they was in the process, they was growing. It was a lot. But now we in the information age where it's out here. I just feel like you should always educate. And I do see that. I see that in some of the young artists where they getting the know-how first. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people they coming, they already got, a following built. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, man, I just tell every artist, I'm not against partnering up, but that's what it would have to literally be. Like, it would have to be a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a record label, like I'm a CEO, so I would definitely want a label deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't walk around like, I just want a distribution deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Understand what these deals are. You feel me? Label deal, distribution deal, you know what I'm saying? Record deal, single deal, publishing deals, all different types of deals. You know what I'm saying? So you got to know what you want in the beginning. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to build a record label, sign artists, have artists under one company, build their, resume up. Then we start, moving forward and going into negotiations, because that's what it will be. You couldn't just literally throw us in the thing. Like, yeah, he goes $50,000 in a car, and you know what I'm saying, you finna make $10 million off of us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I want you to get money too, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, I'm a leader. I got people.
We need to get money.
we need to get money, because I want to pay them. I want to get them paid too. You know what I'm saying? I want to sign artists and then help them build their own labels.
Now, didn't you start a label?
Most definitely. My first record label, Dark House 415, pretty much. Like I say, I came in early, so after the PlayStation and that phase, I started. So once I started knowing that I made beats, that I could make beats, I started like pulling people in. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this dude do music. You know what I'm saying? We go to school together. We in here every day. Oh, let me invite him to my house after school and show him I can make beats. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Once I got me 2-3 artists, you know what I'm saying, we became close friends. And, I started, 'cause growing up watching Cash Money, No Limit, Rough Riders, you know what I'm saying, Swag House, Rap a Lot, just growing up watching those labels and seeing that, okay, they got like a crew. You know what I'm saying? Wu-Tang, it's a crew. You know what I'm saying? Rockefeller, it's a crew. So you got your CEO, and then you got the artist. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was able to see that structure too. So I started my record label, Dark House 415, man. And, man, we pretty much, you know what I'm saying, became one of the biggest record labels, you know what I'm saying, out of Macon, Georgia, like in a small period of time. Like, you know what I'm saying, a long period of time, but it happened really fast. Like, it was like I blinked my eyes one day, it was like 2 people in the studio with me, and then I blinked again, and it was like 10, and then I blinked again, and it was like the whole city, you know what I'm saying, was behind what we doing. So Dark House 415 Entertainment, shout out to AK Dre, Hardhead Jacob, Shad Coley, as he interviewed D-Boy, you know what I'm saying, we created that, and we created that in the city and showed that, you know what I'm saying, we can have these labels, we can put our own budget behind what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can move further than just, you know what I'm saying, being known in the city, because there's a lot of artists that came before us that was known in Macon, Georgia. That's how we got inspired. And right. You know what I'm saying? But just taking it to another level, like getting on the road, you know what I'm saying? Like getting on the road, touring, you know what I'm saying? And spending budgets, going to get major production, major DJs, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and doing projects and putting them out and seeing it come back. And all this was pre-internet, so you had to really get out here and pound the pavement.
Different time, my friend.
Man, come on, we was out the trunk for real, like Master P, like we was city to city, T-shirts, you know what I'm saying? You had to really be out there, getting on your phone and just connecting to people. So, right. Yeah, man. Shout out to Dark House.
Too, these days, I feel like you absolutely, as a creator, have no excuse not to be networking, not to be plugging in and really interacting with people. Now, of course, some people get so big they get out of touch. Like, once you get so big, you have to hire somebody to run everything for you, and you're not able to even log in or check comments and all that. Like, it would be hard outside of meeting people in person to connect. But as an independent, smaller artist, you have every chance in the world to really make an impression on people out there.
Yeah, I mean that's the most important thing. Like, you know what I'm saying, fan engagement and just networking. That's the most important thing. Like every show we do now, we make sure we get in the city a day before. You know what I'm saying, and we try our best to stay a day after. You know what I'm saying. We'll do a show. We really link in. We're going to pull up, you know what I'm saying, if it's a local studio, or, you know what I'm saying, we're going to get out there. We're going to make sure we plug in with somebody. That way we got some people on the ground that's going to keep our name alive, because even today's time, it's so much music out here. It's like, what are you going to do different to make a person remember you? You going to come perform in their city, get off the stage and leave. You ain't shake nobody's hand. You ain't leave nobody. You ain't get nobody IG. You ain't follow nobody back. You ain't do nothing. So we understand the power of just networking, and it always worked wonders, man. Like sometimes we breathe through cities with other artists, and we get to double back. And I know they be looking at them like, damn, so they hit y'all. It's like, because we know how to lock in, you know what I'm saying? We know how to lock in and just, like I say, you know what I'm saying? It's just a process of being an independent artist. That's something I learned as an independent artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to go to other cities and get music with other artists and collaborate with them. You know what I'm saying? That's how we start getting on a lot of shows outside of the realm of where we born at. Like, we got songs with artists in New York, Texas, California, the Midwest, Florida, you know what I'm saying? Everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying, they rocking with us. We pull up on them, we going across the country, and it just become personal, and you know what I'm saying, it just grow from there.
What are some of your favorite projects that you have been a part of, either solo or group, or, you know?
I would say, man, I got so many, but, and it's crazy, we was on the road yesterday, we was listening to a lot of, like, stuff we did, like, you know what I'm saying, 10 years ago, bro. It's crazy. Like, I be forgetting about so much music. But I would say one of my favorite projects would definitely be Young and Thuggin' with DJ Small, The Southern Smoke. Shout out to Hardhead Jacob. We put that out because that was like one of the biggest projects that we ever, I mean, the massive, it was like G's the Trap or Die. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? And I have to compare it. It was like 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying. It just caught fire. You know what I'm saying? Every record we was putting out on that was on the CD just caught fire, man. So definitely I would say Young and Thuggin'. But man, I got a lot. That was definitely with my label Dark House right there. But I would say also you know, the last project that I put out solo, The Real Mindset, that's definitely one of my favorite albums. You know what I'm saying? I was definitely in my bag, the records, you know what I'm saying? Because I was traveling, you know what I'm saying? I was traveling so much. That was like the height of my touring. So I was seeing so much, and you know what I'm saying, just being able to put that in the music. Right. You know how, you know what I'm saying, that shit just made it powerful.
I feel like whatever you're going through in person will be reflective
in your music.
Your content.
Yeah. I definitely, man, I create from the soul every time. Like people know me when it come to music. Like even everybody I work with, like, man, I'm only get on certain songs. You know what I'm saying? I like all the music, but I'm only, because it's like my soul got to connect to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very,
you're putting that out.
I'm already a counselor, so I walk with my heart on my sleeve. So musically, the music is just gonna have heavy content. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make records that really mean something. You feel me?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, The Real Mindset is one of my favorite project that I've ever done. And rap album, definitely rap album too. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pacific. You know, we got Reup and Pacific thing, you know what I'm saying? Rap album, that's the acronym, Reup and Pacific. So the Reup and Pacific album, part 2 we put out, that's definitely one of my favorites too. You know what I'm saying? So I would say those would be my top 3. But it's a lot, man. If I go through my catalog, man, we would have to do a whole podcast on that alone.
We'll do that next
Like
time.
I could sell my catalog for $50 million. You know what I'm saying?
Manifestation.
Easily, with all the music I got.
That's wild.
It has produced. Yeah.
Now, do you have any plan to re-release any of that? Or is it just going to be in the vault? Like, what are you going to do with it all?
Most definitely. I mean, like right now, majority of it is available for streaming. It's still a lot, so I've been actually meeting with the guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, my first label, just seeing what we want to show. Because at the end of the day, I know how this shit go. Like, one record catch, then you know you got a fucking tsunami. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm not even really as worried. You know, some stuff can be re-put out. Some stuff, like I say, it could be a situation for me where I could negotiate a publishing deal out the rip and get a big bag. Like, you know, if I took that route, but I got that much music, hey, I got 10 albums right now that I could sell to y'all, and y'all can just put it out, remaster it, put it out.
Well, that's what I've wondered. Like, for people that had a growing catalog before we had like social media, YouTube was a big thing and all that kind of stuff. What can people do with it? Like, do the majority of people re-release it, or do they just sell the idea to other artists? How does that work? Yeah,
man, it's million ways to skin a cat. So it's based off the artist at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? To me, I can only speak on my vision, and because everybody ain't no producer and artist,
right,
and CEO, so they might not be thinking on the level. But you can always let any major artist right now can come to me and be like, hey, I want to buy that song. I'm going to sell it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So my advice to any artist is don't hold on to no music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if it's timeless, if it's something that you already had, you know, and songs have no lifespan. So there are records that we get in mainstream that probably 5 years old, 3 years old. We don't know, because I know as an artist, we record music today, you might not even hear it till a year later. You feel me?
Right.
So by the time we even release it, you know, now it's more fast paced. So yeah, we can drop an EP, or we could drop a CD right now. Go in the studio 2 days, knock out a CD, drop it. You feel me? It's kind of like what people doing, but at the same time, we record so much music, it's gonna pile up. It's like, no way, because we can't release 20, 30 songs, you know what I'm saying, every week. So it's just like, it's gonna pile up, it's gonna outdate, you're gonna get tired around riding to it, but you know that what's old to you is new to everybody else. Like I say, I got records that we recorded in 2006 when I was like 7, when I was like 19, 20 years old, you feel me? And to this day, you know, I might be in another state, or, you feel me? And people listening to that, and they don't even know we recorded it 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know. They like, damn, this shit, it rhyme, boy. Who this is? I'm like, boy. You know, sometimes I don't even tell them because it don't even matter. But sometimes I'll be like, man, you wouldn't believe how old that song is, bro. You feel me? So, yeah, man.
It's cool to see some of those older tunes come in the background, especially for people that have never heard them before.
Yeah, it reminds you, like I say, I'm one of those, I'm my own worst critic. I think every artist is like this, though. If you are artist like, so I criticize myself. So a lot of the older music, you feel me? Because, you know, as an artist, you grow, you perfect your sound. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it be a little cringy to go back and listen to the old music. Like,
Speaking of that, how do you go about finding your sound?
To me, that's a good one. To me, learning how to engineer yourself.
That's fair.
I promise you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not saying that it's not possible, but it take artists a whole lot longer when they're going to book studio time. Like, how much do you do that? You know what I'm saying? In a week, in a month, you going, you know, you probably got everyday life going on, right? And then you got to take out time, you know, book the studio time.
The thing too, then, in that sense, like, you have to be creative on the spot instead of you just being able to be creative whenever you feel it.
Exactly. And that's what it's about. That's why I say, man, I'm more of the old one. That's why I say all artists are different. Because some artists, you got to think about it. Some people only doing music because they want to get rich.
Right.
And some people doing music because they only want to get famous. Some both. Some artists are doing music because they fucking love it and it's therapy for them. And I happen to be one of those artists that's fortunate enough to gain notoriety off of it. Like, I don't think a lot of people understand that's the difference with me. I do not do music for money. I'm a hustler, first of all. So this is what I love to do. This is something where I can actually escape. You know, I can let some shit off. I can, you know what I'm saying? It's like being in your own universe when you recording, when you get in that free world, the free space to experiment with your voice. So, you know what I'm saying? That alone, but you know what I'm saying? You know how I go, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit. Every artist just feel different about their craft. You feel me? But I just feel like you gotta know how to be hands on with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put me in the studio and I only got an hour of your time, I probably came in prepared with what I had to write. You know, we getting up out of there, or we gonna have to pay more money. So it's like, man, when you got your own shit, man, you can roll out the bed, record.
And then, like, I feel like most engineers, not all of them, because some people are different, but the majority of people, they're not working for you or with you on a project. You know, like they're just working for that paycheck specifically. When you engineer yourself, you will go the extra mile because it's yours.
You gonna do like, man, for real. Like all my life, I wanted to do certain things, like especially as a producer, I've been writing R&B records, country songs, pop records.
What's your favorite genre?
R&B, pretty much. R&B, you know what I'm saying? R&B always been my favorite genre, like, you know what I'm saying? Even for people who don't know, like that's R&B been my favorite genre since the beginning, and then rap, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop, of course, and then pop, you know what I'm saying? Pop and country, you know what I'm saying? Like, it kind of go that way with me, but R&B, I'm very melodic, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy because even today's music, I'm just saying like what music at today, you know, I want to be very careful when I say this because music was way better back then, but sonically, the sound of music, you know, a lot of rappers want to sing now, you feel me? It's kind of like I've been that artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to get ridiculed for trying to sing on the song. You know what I'm saying? You go back 15, like, man, we got to get a singer to sing that. But I just wanted to try because I always been a writer. I always been a writer, a producer. So I always wanted, even seeing female artists now, I always wanted a female artist my whole career. Like, man, I want to find a female artist to just put out and make it the biggest thing in the world, and now to see what the industry is. Like, damn, it's a female artist coming out every day now.
Every day.
Every day, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, I kind of...
Most of them are like really, really manufactured.
Yeah. You got a few that's coming through, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, most artists are manufactured unless you really got a story behind your shit. That's how I look at it. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the industry, you know, that's the industry. But I look at it as that's the advertisement. You want to gloss it up. You want to make it look big as it is because you know what sells and what people going to buy into. But to me, nothing's going to ever be bigger than having a story and people get inspiration off of what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like real inspiration. Like, and being able to connect to, like, damn, he came from this to that. Wow. Or she came from this to that. Wow. Because there's a couple on, like, even with the female rappers, like, you know, I'm like, okay, she really came up. You know what I'm saying? She really came up.
I tell you, 2 female artists that I have met through you who I would love to see explode. Stephanie McAllen.
For sure, man. Sis, man. Shout out to Sis, man.
Black Pearl.
For sure. Definitely shout out to Sis. We've been, yeah, man, for sure. Big Motion, Boondock Branded. First off, I want to say definitely shout out to my Boondock Branded family. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that would be my third label I'm working on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about that a little bit. How did you meet them? Have you known them a long time? Have y'all done many projects together? Yeah,
now, definitely. I'm about a decade in with them too now, cause when I moved out of Macon, cause like I say, born in Macon, Georgia, but I moved to Atlanta, which is like a big step. You feel me? It's just an hour away, but it's way faster. So I moved out of Macon and really built the foundation in Atlanta too. Like, and those were some of the first artists. Boondock King, shout out to them. Now we got the label Boondock Branded, but I met them around 2013.
Wow.
So this is definitely hitting a decade right now with them. And I was DJing then. It's crazy. We ain't even talked about that. I was DJing in one of the biggest concert clubs in Georgia called Wild Bills. Shout out to Henry White. He the one used to book me. Like, he the first person that started booking me when I moved to Atlanta. Because that was the thing. When I moved to Atlanta from Macon, it was like post Dark House. Okay, what can we do next? We don't hit the ceiling here. All right, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Why is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do we need to do to ascend to the next level? Okay, boom, we don't did that. We don't been the king, took over the city, everybody, the city behind us, boom. I said, okay, now let's go to a bigger city and do it all over again. That was my mentality. But I knew that I couldn't just go to Atlanta saying, hey, I rap. I did this. Nobody give a fuck. But you did what? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we got this the home of So Def and all these other, you know what I'm saying? So I had to come in, and so I chose DJing as I was like, okay, because it's radio now. These are the doors we're running into, and if you don't have people on the other side, you know, it's the industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't what you know, it's really who you know.
Who you know.
Who can pick up the phone and make that call for you. And coming from Macon, Georgia, and that's why I always tell artists, man, you can't just look at it like making. I love making, but at the same time, man, it's always good to have, you know, this the art of war. You want people on the other side. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even the other side, because we have to realize this. We're all located in Georgia.
Right.
You feel me? No matter what city you from, Atlanta, Macon, Savannah, Valdosta, Columbus. Me personally, I know artists from I can honestly say I almost know artists from every single city in Georgia.
That's wild.
And I know them good, not like, oh, I heard of him.
Right.
Like I know Looney from Americas. I know Big K from Colquitt, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I know artists from Valdosta. I know artists from Douglas, Georgia. I know artists from Savannah, Georgia. I know a ton of artists from Columbus, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? You know, I've been, you know, from Macon. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know me in Macon. I moved to Atlanta. I've been there 10 years and really stayed in East Atlanta. Fulton County, East Point, down the street from the Dungeon family, where the Dungeon family house was, like, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got that experience. I don't stay out in Gwinnett. I don't stay out by Six Flags, Powder Springs. I don't stay in Riverdale. You know what I'm saying? So I built me a foundation. So I kind of went to Atlanta as a DJ, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the film aspect came in too, because it was so fast. I was like, well, I gotta, like I said, I'm a hustler. I gotta do something else. I gotta be able to get into these rooms without getting to know. So I'm popping up on the scene, and you know, I'm like, hey, I can DJ, I can break your music. I can take your music right now to my time to get it on the radio. Oh, you can? Man, let him in, you feel me? Oh, I'm showing up with a camera. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all about to do a show. I can film y'all show for y'all night and have the footage till you back tomorrow. They like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, come on in. You know what I'm saying? And I started attaching my brand to all these artists, and you know what I'm saying, that they connected back to the music. I never really speak on me as an artist, you know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people don't know, oh, he was the CEO or he is a CEO, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to know first about me. I'm a CEO, so it'll make you understand some of the stuff I do. Some people think I'm just doing shit to be doing it. No, I'm a CEO. So when you're a CEO, you know you got to know how to run that machine, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's how I go.
You don't have the luxury of just being able to order people around. Like, you really have to understand how to do everything intimately yourself.
Hell yeah, for real.
Otherwise, how you going to lead? You have to lead by example.
You got to lead by example. You feel me? Hey, look, I'm going to drive. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it do what it do. Like, whatever we got to do to make the job happen. That's what this going down.
Speaking of culture and music, and this is a question a lot of people, I think, it may go over their head at first, right? Do you think, in your own opinion, do you affect the music culture around you, or are you just simply affected by the music culture around you?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying, Reup the boss, like, you know what I'm saying, I definitely affect the music culture around me, because like I say, I don't see the trickle-down effect. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I even know how I got it, so I know what I was inspired to do, and I know what I set out to inspire to do. So I definitely affected. I feel like I shifted it so many times, so many errors, like just coming in and being a visionary. So I've had a major effect, you know what I'm saying? You know, even all the way down to, you know what I'm saying, like, rap is a sport, so it's competitive by nature, but it's all love. So I know that even just keeping the fire lit for somebody to try to build a bigger fire.
Right.
But that's the culture, you know what I'm saying? That's what we trying to do. We trying to create a bunch of fires to the fire, so everybody fire so big that they just come together. And now, you know what I'm saying? So now the whole city on fire. So I definitely affect, you know what I'm saying? But I have been affected too, you know what I'm saying? Because, and that's just by me caring. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people hit a certain level of success and they gonna leave. Because it's dangerous to hit a certain level of success and stay in your hometown. And I don't mean like violently, of course, but it is dangerous to do that too. But I'm just talking about, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't understand what it takes to achieve, especially in music. It's with anything in life, but we just speaking on music. Some people don't know what it takes. Like when you say you're an artist, it is a job. It is not something that makes you entitled to anything. It's a job, and you have to work it like a 9 to 5, really a 9 to 9 to pop out. Like it's so many artists. Like I said, what's gonna make you stand out? So, you know, at the end of the day, man, I've been affected by it too. You know what I'm saying? Just by, you know what I'm saying, wanna, you know what I'm saying, continue to help build the city up. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's always gonna be ups and downs, trials and tribulations, or you know what I'm saying? Cause me, I be on the road, so I just know at the end of the day, I'm always going back home and trying to tell artists, hey, come with me. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's do music so we can. Matter of fact, let's knock out the whole project. So when next time we do a show, you can come get on the set. Yeah. But the whole mindset be like, all right, can you get me on the show too? And I'll be like, yeah, but you missing the point of networking. It's levels. You feel me? Like you come
this
in.
This is your way.
Yeah, this is your way on the show. And it's saying it without saying it. Like, hey, come on, let's do some music. Come on the road with me. We're going to throw you on the set. Boom.
Well, especially like you guys, you got the whole studio. So even if you met somebody tonight for the very first time,
come on,
y'all could put something together and perform it tomorrow. You know?
Exactly. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yeah. We do it.
I can't tell you how many times we've left a park, a show, a venue, and pulled up at any given hotel or Airbnb.
Man, come on,
and have 10 people up in there.
Man, come on, DJs and all producers, they pulling up with other beats, like, and that's what you do. And we double back. Like I say, we might just do something that's for the next time. Okay, now that's a reason to come back. Right. For you to either come over there where we at, or we gonna come where you at. So you gotta create, man. You gotta create. It's deeper than rap. Like it's deeper than just being in the studio. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a point I want to touch on too, man. As much as I be in the studio, I spend just as much time outside the studio creating too. You know what I'm saying?
How difficult is it for you as an artist to find that happy medium between being locked in and being out there selling your craft? Because that's what it is.
Yeah, it's a balance. You definitely have to, cause I know, and that just comes with being a perfectionist. Some artists will keep recording, and you know they see the, you know, oh, we finna put it out, and they just keep recording, and everything. You know, they got 100 songs and nothing out. I just feel like you have to have a balance, but that's the important part about being a part of something bigger than you. Like you got a lot of artists that they just artists. And see, that's to me, you got to know. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just an artist, you ain't got no manager, you know, you ain't got no real team. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody to tell you.
Nobody's pushing you forward.
Yeah, and what to do and how you should do it, because we all still trying stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because every day new doors open up. And you know what I'm saying? But the blueprint has been laid, so just following that. So I just think it's important to learn, once again, before you even jump out, and just learn, you know what I'm saying? And you know, that go for me too, because like I say, I see artists every day come out and take out from one song. And here our man saying, hey, I don't produce over 10,000 beats. So they got to know I don't probably did over 10,000 records. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Just like man in the mirror type shit. Every day I tell myself, like, okay, it's really about marketing at the end of the day. It's about marketing. And now we're in a time where we actually seeing that. I'm telling you, half of these people spending all this money is unnecessary, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm so humble and I stay grounded with a lot of stuff I do, because I know it's really it's about the content now. It's just about having the right content and having, to me, something that people want to see what's going on. Like, they want to see what's going on. Like, I wish I had a cameraman that just film me every day. Because, for real, I really wish I had that. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it. I got a camera, but it's just hard. It's just hard, you know what I'm saying?
Too many hats, my friend.
Come on, man. I was just on the stage at the last show with the mic and the camera. You feel me? And it wasn't even intentional. It was just like, I cared more about getting the content.
Right.
But my bro wanted me to rock out with him. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rock out with him. but I'm still gonna make sure we get that content. You feel me? So it's just a balance, man. It's just a balance. Like that was my marketing.
Right.
Cause he know me. He know I love. He know how much we love to perform. Because I feel like performance is the highest level of your artistry. Like okay, all the studio, all the playing and stopping.
All you trained for.
Playtime over with. This is when you really can create fans. People really fall in love with you from two things: doing this right here, sitting down talking, and performing. I feel like that's where you gain the fans from, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can sit on social media all day. But even me, I hear music all the time, and I might bob my head to it, but I ain't going to really get into the artist until I catch one of their interviews.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, this motherfucker
Well, it makes
is
things
smart.
more personable.
Yeah,
we as human beings, we like to relate to people. We like to feel like, oh, I can wear those shoes. I know how that feels. I can be there. You know?
Yeah, I don't like to be tricked neither. Like, I know what marketing is, so it's like, at the end of, nah, for real, I don't like to be tricked, so I just like to know what I'm taking in musically is genuine. I don't mean, oh, you got to be doing that. I'm just saying your message, or, because you can make the stupidest song, but you could have did it as a genius. Mm-hmm. I respect that. But you can make the stupidest song and just have no fucking respect for the craft of hip hop, and I really probably ain't gonna rock with you.
I'll be honest too. Once you find out that somebody in person is really, really gimmicky and not at all who they say they are, it makes it really difficult for me personally to enjoy anything from them again.
Yeah,
because I'll just hear a line here and there, and instantly, instead of enjoying the song for what it is, I just hear like "liar" screaming in my head.
Yeah, and like you said earlier,
like
just
that.
manufacture, man. Just manufacture, like you put together package, and it's happening. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's just all about balance, man. Because it's a crowd of people out there that want to be lied to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No,
like
you're right.
They want to be lied to. We can hit them with the truth all day, and they gonna deter away for it. So you know what I'm saying? I let them entertain them, and you know what I'm saying? But I know on this end, we gon', you know what I'm saying, keep it authentic as possible. And like I say, it's just about in my message. You know what I'm saying? I am who I say I am. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on a song saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm popping 100 Percocet, then believe me, I'm popping them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You feel me?
Right.
Just being authentic with what you do. Because, hell, you even admitting that, to me, take a lot of courage. Like, what could you pop 100 Percocet? Like, wow.
Bro.
You feel me? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like, and I'm just using that for example. You feel me? Because do what you do, but I'm just saying be authentic in what you do. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that probably can go back to a previous question of how do you go about finding your own sound and your own image and everything. Most of that has to come from you being who you are.
Exactly. That's why I love recording. Going back to that, learn how to engineer yourself. And on the flip side, I'm telling you, your engineer love you. Whoever you recording with, because everybody wants you to understand, you know, just like everything you do, you still deep down inside want people to understand what you're doing. Like it's like me walking here and be like, yeah, he got some cameras in the mic, let's record. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like, no, bro, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. So you want somebody who understands, like, yeah, bro, work really hard on this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't, but at the same time, just having a respect for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody coming here right now and knocking your camera over. Like, what? People who understand wouldn't dare do that. You feel me?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you feel me? You just, it'll help you build your understanding for what, because the engineer is so important. You know what I'm saying? For real, like, and it'll help you understand. It just help you understand and have more love for what you do if you learn how to record yourself. You know what I'm saying? To understand artistry and how to project your voice and how to lay vocals. Understand the power of digital recording. I see that's a popular topic right now with artists and some people not completely knowing how to digitally record. You know what I'm saying? Which, it's free world, do what you want, but I'm telling you, it's a difference in the sound, in the relationship with your engineer. You know what I'm saying? Your engineer, you make it hard on the engineer, he probably ain't gonna really fuck with you.
Yeah.
You feel me? You make it.
You don't want to get chumped off by the guy
Yeah.
that is helping you piece together your baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Think about if you engineering with somebody. Let's just say they graduate from Full Sails and they connected to Atlantic Records and Interscope Records, and you don't went to this studio and booked the studio time, and you come in here and give them a hard time. You think they gonna pass your song on, or you know what I'm saying? They trying to pay me and get you up out of here. Right. You know what I'm saying? But they just say you come in here and you got some knowledge about engineering, and that creates conversation. Like, you engineer too? Oh yeah, for real? Oh, you know this Pro Tools? Oh, you know how to hit the, you feel me? Sometimes I come in the studio, I'll be like, hey bro, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You know what I'm saying? You could chill. Like you could do your job, but you could really chill. I swear. And I just see like
I'll make this real
instant
easy.
smile come on their face. They're like, oh shit, this is a 12-hour session. I could chill. Yeah, I got you. I know how to press space, boy. I know how to fly the hook. You know what I'm saying? I know how to, you feel me? We know how to punch in. We know how to, you know what I'm saying, create this sound. Like I say, man, it ain't nothing better, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Not to talk all day, but that right there, man, that's a real thing for me, man. I encourage every artist
be good to your engineers.
Yeah, man. Be great to them, man, for real. Videographer too, producers, you know what I'm saying, DJs, you know, DJ gonna speak on they shit. They like, man, respect me. You feel me?
For sure.
They gonna speak on their shit. Yeah. But producers, they gonna speak on their shit too. But still, man, respect the people in the production world, man, for real, because they make what the world gonna hear. They're creating that for you. You know what I'm saying?
Very, very wise words. Let's talk a little bit about content when it comes to where do you get the best engagement? Is it at home? Is it on the road? Is it a mixture between the two? What do you think the reason is behind?
Okay, this is a tricky question, but I would say, not for me, because I've been doing music so long, on the road, I get way more engagement. And it's only because I've been doing music so long. I started out as a teenager. In my hometown, everybody know me. They've been knowing me for so long. And it's a lot of other things going on right now. It's so much actually going on that it's kind of hard to pay attention to just one thing or two things or three things. So
unless they're all up in your face.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, for me, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely on the road. But it's also a balance too, because they still want to see me win. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying, when I like, you know, when I post some shit or I got some shit going on, you know what I'm saying, and it's enough to catch their attention today, because that's the thing too, like I say, it's attention span shorter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
our society has never had more readily available content at the
exactly. Like, man, for real, it's shit go viral every day. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just like I say, on the road, and, you know, people that don't know you are going to be more excited. Like right now, I can walk in the room with somebody I knew for 20 years and be like, yeah, bro, we just went to Rock St. Louis. And they'll be like, hey, yeah, that what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying? Keep doing that shit, boy. I salute. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, somebody I don't know, I can go and tell them the same thing, and they're going to be like, boy, you doing it, boy. Hey, boy, you just went to Rock St. Louis, boy. I can got, you know what I'm saying, boy, what I need to do, boy, I got that. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna automatically create more excitement, more, you know what I'm saying? And that's not this downplay. They just know, I know that they're used to that. Like, man, that's real, man. That man don't rock. You feel me?
Well, you've been accessible to them for so long.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And, you know, I always, you know, move more on the humble side, because I got to balance that too. But just saying, I'm still accessible. I still come back home a lot and get it in with artists down there. Like I'm telling you, some people, they can walk in, and I know how the mind works. So sometimes I could be at home and making, chilling, flip flops, jogging pants. I already know what I'm finna do today. I ain't answering phone for no women, no boy. I'm finna lock in the lab. I'm finna, whoever I want to work with, I'm finna get in. So sometimes people come around and they don't even know. They might see me and they be like, "Oh, what's up? Why you still doing it? Oh, you feel?" They don't even know. They just see me, and then the next day they'll wake up and they'll see me cross the country. And they hit me up like, damn, bro, I ain't know you was doing it like that. Like, you feel me? So I know how the perception is. I know how the perception is, but that's what I love the most. And then I think that's what the people love most about me. I'm going to still come get it in. I don't care. Like, I'm going to still come get it in. Because one thing for sure, I know I got way more love than hate. You know what I'm saying? And if I got hate, I can't even see it. I don't even see it. I got way more love, man. It don't even got to be said. You know what I'm saying? I just know. I can feel it. I got a lot of love, man, and that's why I'm like that. I show love because I got a lot of love. I ain't one of those artists who came from my hometown like, man, nobody support me. Because that would make artists want to shit on their city, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They get on, they feel like everybody was hating on them, they support them. Like, nah, that wasn't really my story. Man, I had the whole city behind me, man. I made young niggas want to go start record labels and fucking get merch and sign artists and, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. And that's what I set out to do. So, mission accomplished. Now, let's go to the next mission. So, that's how my mind work at the end of the day. I got a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. So, shout out to everybody who ever supported me and everybody who still support me. Because it's
Big
a lot of that.
motion.
It's a lot of that, for real.
You know, it's exciting to know that the lasting effects from some of the relationships like you and Shag and some of the other guys have made with the younger participants in the music industry in your city will last forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it'll be cool 10 years from now to look back and see, oh, well, I mentored this guy. I engineered for that guy. I helped this guy learn how to do this. And then just to see where people will be, you know, it's almost a direct reflection of you in that sense because you help guide them. You help push them down that path.
Most definitely, man. Yeah, man. We definitely, man. Like, hands on, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, shout out to them too, man, because, you know what I'm saying, just as much as I helped them, they've helped me. Like, a lot of these guys, like, you know what I'm saying? Just being able to see too, like, it's a chessboard. Like, you have to know what you're good at, where you're strong at, where you're weak at, what you can work on, tighten up, and allow those people to come in and help sharpen you. So I know a lot of places I was strong, but everybody got weaknesses. Yep. So I knew my weaknesses, and I knew that by adding these individuals, or, you know, so I know what they'll bring to the table. That's what I need. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't want to fill the room with people that do the same thing you do per se.
Exactly.
You want to fill in the gaps, right?
Exactly, man. And you don't want to be the smartest in the room.
No.
You know what I'm saying? For real. That's
like,
why I tell people, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you do everything. I'm like, yeah, but I got a team for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of those videos and, you know what I'm saying? A lot of those records, like, it's some people in there with me, the Pacifics and the, you know what I'm saying? They in there with me, mixing that shit down, you know what I'm saying? Making sure it come out, you know what I'm saying? Like, on the time schedule, all the way down to posting it. And these are people that just came in as artists.
Right.
You feel me? Like, they know what to do, you know what I'm saying? We trained to go, and we set out, and we on the road, when we enter these venues or these, we know that, okay, we know who the strong, okay, you know what I'm saying? We gonna maneuver a certain way. We know how to move. Like, hey, mission accomplished. You know what I'm saying? That's what we mission accomplished. You feel me? Everybody coming out with at least 2, 3, 4, 5 new Instagram. The next day we sitting down on the sofa talking about it. Hey, boy, such and such just hit me up from last night. Hey, yeah, we gonna pull up on them today. So, you know what I'm saying? It's a strategy. It's definitely a strategy.
If you could collaborate with one artist and budget was not a concern at all, who would it be?
Right now?
Yeah.
Drake. Hands down. Drake, just be straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Get a lot of views.
Yeah, Drake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you practically gonna break in. Mm-hmm. People gonna be calling your phone the next day. So, yeah, for the build that up, like, yeah, let's go on and get that with Drake, you know what I'm saying, out the ticket, and then the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? But I just say that right now because the consistency, the most, you know what I'm saying, he know how to, his team know what they doing. They know how to play the game and play it well, like, you know what I'm saying? Even all the way down to, man, Drake, hop on your shit, you out of here. He's co-signed a lot of artists, you feel me, that just jumping on their records, from the Migos to Block Boy J. I'm talking about, you'll never spit, like, you feel me? So right now, I would definitely say Drake, you know what I'm saying? And that's just because sonically also, you feel me? Sonically also, that's kind of where I want to be as an artist, like, known as a great MC, but also I can get on these ladies. Like, I can make these records that can bleed into the R&B market. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? And next to that will probably be, you know, J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, he killing shit. He's killing shit. On some rap shit, him and Drake, they killing shit. You know what I'm saying? They killing it.
You mentioned earlier that R&B was your favorite genre. Do you have any R&B projects in the works right now?
Most definitely. It's crazy you even asked me that. Well, I had this series that I started for the little Reup, and it was actually to showcase my R&B. Because like I said, a lot of people don't know how deep I am into their world and how much I want to have a R&B artist, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, that's why I love working with Bullet so much. But for the Love of Reup 2, you know what I'm saying? I might for the little Reup chapter 2, you know, we basically, it's just coming together. I ain't even like, cause I do so much music and it just come together.
Right.
So I don't never try to be like, oh, this is what I'm finna drop, let me play it. I'm doing that for other people, but my shit, I just like to get natural. Cause I'm telling you, I move off of how I feel. So once that inspiration hit me, that spark, I know it's time. So all it took is 1 or 2 records that I was locked in with Reup Lawyer, and we was working on his shit. And he had knocked out like 7 records. So I was like, okay, well, I had jumped on about 3 on where I was like, okay, let me lead 1 record. Let me drop a hook. And, you know, and I got in there on this record called No Apologies I'm about to get ready to release. Off of For the Little Reup, like the first single. So I knocked that out, and that instantly motivated me to go ahead and move forward with the record. I was like, okay, nice. It's time to drop For the Little Reup too. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, R&B wise, you know, and Cool Nation also, cause they're right in the middle too. They're right in the middle, you know, hip hop, R&B, you know, so you can even R&B, hip hop, neo soul, sound. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So definitely with them helps me, you know what I'm saying, stay in that lane too. And like I say, that's why I just want to be sonically as an artist, not with my age. Like I don't want to be, you know, 37 rapping about shit that I can rap about, but I don't want to rap about that. I want to rap about family, business, putting my team in position. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
my
about
fucking love, like whether it's going good or bad at the current time. You feel it? Just I feel like that's the best music you can make. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because that's everyday people.
Those things are timeless.
Yeah, and that's everyday people. Everyday people are going through that shit, man. Everybody out here, you know, want to be loved. You know what I'm saying? No matter how they project it, they want love. So it's just like we're going to give them that. You know, we definitely need to put that back into the music, too, because it's just like, I think for hip-hop, you know, so I just feel like that genre alone is just tainted by, you know, they taking the love out of it. Everything just about, we going to ride on you, you know what I'm saying? We ride on the art, we want to fuck your bitch, we want to fuck your wife. And it's a time and a place for everything. It's dope in the club, but you know what I'm saying? When you out here and you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To me, being a gangster to me is buying your mama house, you know what I'm saying? One day having a family, getting married, taking care of your kids, you feel me? That's gangster. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't really want that to happen to you. Somebody trying to fuck your wife, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so
I found that you get what you put into this world.
Exactly, bro. I just feel like we putting too much of that out in the universe. You just hit it on the head.
It's coming right back.
Yeah, it's coming right back, man. So I just think, man, all the way down, I just believe in putting the love back into the music, and I'm really against the grain. That's why I'm even doing For the Little Reup. I'm known for being an MC, so people don't know that side about me. So I want to share, like, hey, there's a, you know what I'm saying? There's a softer side. There's a more balanced side. It ain't all about aggressive, and you feel me? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put this love back into the music too, for real. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that's who buying the music. That's who streaming the shit. The ladies.
Right.
For real, like, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, 10 females gonna play my shit before, you know what I'm saying, 10 men. It is what it is. And I ain't mad at that. So yeah, I'm gonna have, you know, 5, 6 more records catered to the females. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Let's take a minute to talk about the streaming side of the music industry. I feel like it's the newest angle when it comes to the music industry. Is it more helpful or harmful for an independent artist to focus in on the streaming side of stuff?
I mean, this a tough one too, because I was actually just watching an interview this morning about streaming with Noriega and Ice-T. But at the end of the day, man, that it's a gift and a curse. To me, as an independent artist that's making 100% of the revenue that's coming in and being able to learn the business and how split sheets work, and it's a gift. Now that I know the numbers are crazy, but if you have enough music out there and you're doing the right thing in your marketing, these numbers will add up. And it's better than, because I can't sit by and watch an artist who's making $0 say that.
Right.
So it depends on what position you in. You feel me?
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So, cause you gotta think about it. I got thousands of songs. So are they doing me justice sitting in my computer when my partners come over? I'm playing it for them every day, and I ain't made shit.
Right.
You feel me? Or we've released at least a couple hundred of these songs. You feel me?
And just let them stack.
And let them stack and let them play. Because one thing about it, that's why I say it's so important when one song strike. Think about having, I always tell people like, yeah, you got to focus on single. But I was like, look, bro, a real artist know this. They're going to put their music together. The right song going to pick up. You just got to market it really.
Right.
But think about this. Would you rather have one song and that one song take off and all you got is one song, and then you're going to be trying to chase that song by making the next song? Or you got one song that catch on and you got 3 projects out streaming and that one song catch up, boom, you blow up. So all these people that discover this one song, they're going to get on Spotify, Apple Music, and they're going to type your name in and they're going to look and see. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. He got a whole project out already? I like this
if they
one
don't
song.
like the whole project, you still get the
Man, they're going to dip into your
can't take it back.
catalog, though, and that's going to cause a chain reaction for everybody else. So they might start liking your old shit better than the song that they heard.
Right.
And that's going to, you know what I'm saying, boost your morality. Like your music going to go up. So,
And then you get caught up in the algorithm, and that puts you in front of who knows how many.
Those checks can add up longevity-wise. Now,
I feel like it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
know,
jump into that
and I know the
expecting
difference
it
because back in the day, like I say, artists could walk in the store. I also heard them speaking on this. Artists walk in the store, they buying records, $9.99. It was a time, matter of fact, when music was $19.99.
Mm-hmm.
CD come out.
I bought
But the thing about this, when is the next time you gonna make that same $20 out that person again? And we know how it depends on how your contract set up.
Right.
You feel me? Because you might not even make that $20.
Right.
I know how them contracts used to be 10 years ago. You might make 99 cents off of that $20. You feel me? You might made 20 cents off of that $10. You was some bad contracts out there, so it just depends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, at the end of the day, back then, once they spend that $20, that's all you're going to make out that person. But with streaming, they can stream your music for the rest. You know, you might have their favorite song. So you're going to generate $20 off of them. Plus, you feel me?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you look at streaming. Right. And to me, it just depends on the type of artist you is and what you set out. Because in the independent world,
your mentality coming into it as well.
In the independent world, streaming is definitely paying motherfuckers bills. You can't tell me that. Like I seen some guys that get some checks, and you know, so I ain't even really complaining because I can look at my distro kid right now. You feel me? And cash out. I'm pretty sure, and that ain't even like no flex. I can cash out, but I just let my shit build up, and when I really need it, I cash out. You feel me? But at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's a gift and a curse, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But the way music is, the way it's fast paced, the content is really perfect. Yeah. It's just some people can't keep up. And some people don't know how to. It goes back to learning how to package. They want the label to do everything for them and then get mad when the label yank them.
Yep.
They want the label to put $1 million into you with the hopes that you go platinum, go gold, at least. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And they want and they want all the money. Like, nah, the label want to recoup that.
They got a lot of
with
money
interest. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I just think it's better to I take my chances to put a record out, it hit big, and I already still own 100% of it.
Well, that's all about betting on yourself and not having the confidence to bet on yourself.
Exactly. That's what it boiled down to, man. Some people just lazy, man.
I'm going to bet on me all day.
And nobody can ever tell me otherwise, like, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, even labels don't really want to work with no lazy artists. You feel me? So it don't even matter the situation. You either, most artists that get on, they got work ethic.
Right.
They got work at the end. They can outwork the next person. That's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always stay busy, workaholic. I've been like that my whole career. My whole life, I've been a workaholic. I always wanted to outwork, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's rap, so it's like we gonna work, you know what I'm saying? And if you want this spot or want to get, you're gonna have to work. But that help you at the end of the day. Yeah. That creates a status quo for you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be the smartest in the room. I actually want to get in the room with people who outworking me.
Not only does it motivate you, but you will learn
exactly
so much just paying attention.
Facts.
People around you, man.
Facts, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to all the hard workers, man.
Speaking of you being busy all of the time, how do you unwind? Like, where are you able to just kind of let go, relax? Is it in the studio? Is it on the road? You got to have a way that, grounds you again.
Most definitely. Well, I be on the road so much, but definitely being on the road, because I love what I do, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, like, I love what I do. Like, it's always, you feel me? It's always that. But I love being in that car driving like that. That's a sense of peace for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm by myself, because I know that can't nobody get in here if I don't let them in.
Yeah.
And I can kind of get in my thoughts. And if I figure some shit out in that car, I'm telling you, that's why I stay in that motherfucker. Like, for I sit in the driveway for, a whole hour before I even go in the house. You know what I'm saying? For real. But, that just that, and, you know what I'm saying, traveling, going to the beach, that's really, I'm a count, I'm a water sign, so I love being by the water, you feel me? That's just what, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at my life. It's like peaceful on the surface, but super chaotic on it. That's like the ocean, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? That and, being with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? Being a father, probably the best thing ever. No, is the best thing that ever happened to me. So that definitely grounded me, you know what I'm saying, and slowed me down and taught me patience. And with her, knowing that unconditional love, like, that's peace in itself, man. That's what every man really want. Like, that having a daughter is the most beautifulest thing, man. And, like I say, I go to sleep early, like shit that you really need in your life. Like, I lay down and go to sleep. When I got my daughter, I'm not out all night, staying out all night. I'm laying down, going to sleep. I'm up. I cook breakfast for her in the morning. She knows. She already wake up like, Daddy, grits and bacon. She already know what's going on. You feel me? But that's also setting an example.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
It helps
so
you stay in routine.
Yeah, for sure,
it's gotta
man.
Be hard, man. Being on the road and living the lifestyle you do, routine is probably like the furthest thing from reality.
Yeah.
You're always going and blowing and doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's definitely not easy, man. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I tell all the fathers out there too, man. It can be done and it should be done. You feel what I'm saying?
Gotta
like,
be done.
It ain't no excuses. Like, that's right now my life is literally on the road and I come home be with my baby. And I'm talking about I keep it like that. Like, on the road, come home be with my baby. You know what I'm saying? On the road, soon as I drop my baby off, I'm out. I dropped my baby off. I probably just had a week. I dropped off Friday. I was in St. Louis Saturday.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, for real. So that's what it is, man. And she know that, though. She know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She know exactly what's going on. Daddy, you finna go to work? You finna go on the road? You finna go to California? You finna go to, and it's strange because her birthday coming up. She want to go to Florida. I want to go to Florida. 5 years old going on 6. So it's the genetics. She the same way. She gonna be a traveler too. You know what I'm saying? For
Nothing
real.
wrong with that.
Facts.
A future road.
I definitely wanted to see way more, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about what you guys have going on in the next couple of months. Do you have any releases, any shows you want to talk about?
Most definitely. As a producer, definitely we got the Cool Nation EP about to drop. I got a For the Love of Reup too. We still on the road too. Like, I've been on the road heavy this year. It's crazy. Like, in the last 90 days, I literally been cross country, LA, New York, Charlotte, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I've been in a lot of places. Texas. You feel me? In the last 90 days. So, but we do travel with the studio. We just been doing features and, you know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of stuff coming out. Like, I'm going to be on the new Mick Allen family project. We working on something right now on a lot of stuff to release on the Boondock branded label. Because, like I said, that's my third label.
Shout out to the whole family.
Yeah, man. Shouts out to them, man. So, we just working, man. But I definitely got, about 2 or 3 projects about to come out. Our next show coming up. I think we in Destin, Florida at the end of July, and on August 4th we in Columbus, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of love and support out there, and you know what I'm saying, that was a strong market because it's right next to Alabama. So, and that's how I look at it, man. Like, you just got to know the right spots to be in. Like, it's a lot of love out there. There's a lot of artists out there, man. We got music with a lot of artists in Columbus, Georgia. We got videos with a lot of artists in Columbus, Georgia, man. And so we locking in, we tapping in like that. But pretty much, man, just you don't know what I'm saying, the 478 award, the 478 award coming up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna really say too much about that, but we is definitely, you know what I'm saying, a surprise this year for the city. So, you know what I'm saying, an honor, most definitely. So, like I say, shout out to Go Out Records, you know what I'm saying. But, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of stuff going on, man. But right now, man, it's tour life or no life right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. We getting booked, Cool Nation booked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just happy. Tour management, whatever hat I need to wear for that situation, you feel me? But we booked up. We booked and blessed right now. You know what I'm saying?
A good problem to have.
Man, for sure, man. For sure.
All right. Well, we're coming to the end of this thing for today. Now's your chance to plug anybody for any reason that you want. Who do you want to give a shout out to? For
sure, man. Just shout out to the team. I pretty much spoke on them, man. Shouts out to the whole Big Motion family. First of all, my Boondock Brandon family. Most definitely, man. Cool Nation. You know what I'm saying, the whole 478, you know, the whole GA. Shout out to Keechi, what it do, you know what I'm saying? We working, man. You know what I'm saying? He sponsored me, fuck your plug. You feel me? We got the shirts going crazy right now. Pacific, my dog, definitely can't forget my dog for real, you know what I'm saying? You already know what it is, real Pacific for life. Man, shout out to you, bro, you know what I'm saying? Atmos Live, you know what I'm saying? You know, we been rocking. Cooler Booler, man, the whole fam, like, you feel me? Like, everybody, man, everybody who out there, you know what I'm saying, holding this shit down the right way, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. And just be on the lookout, man, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on all social media, Reup the Boss, REUPTHABOSS, you know what I'm saying? For real, Reup the Boss on everything. You gonna see what's going on.
Thank you so much for popping in the studio. I know it's a lot to come through here. It's not exactly close.
Oh yeah, it's all good, man. Anytime we come through Tennessee, you already know it's love. Like, this one of my favorite places to visit. Ironically, like, got a lot of love in Nashville. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Clayton Q. You feel me? Most definitely.
Can't forget about the Q, man.
Can't, man. Hey, look, man, dog. Hey, he done did a lot for my career, man. Like I say, man, I've been blessed to definitely, you know what I'm saying, come across a lot of people that got the same grind pretty much. That been in this shit long. That understand. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That no ego. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Clayton, one of those people that just call you and do some shit for you, man. Just cause, man. You feel me? I remember I picking my daughter up from school one day, and he just called me and heard in the background, and he's like, "Yeah, man, check your cash out, man." And shit said, you know what I'm saying? Gift from Uncle Clayton. Yeah, man, take your daughter to lunch. Like, I mean, that's neither, but you know, right. That shit still mean a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just do shit for you, and all right, man, bye. Right. Right. Like, fuck, bro. Right. What you?
Like, he didn't even need anything.
Yeah, that's what I say, man. He don't connect to me with a lot of artists. Like I said, I was just in Michigan, been out filming in Vegas, so definitely shout out to him, man. Definitely had to shout him out being in Tennessee.
I would like to have the both of you sit down on a podcast.
Facts, like, you feel me? Like, yeah, I think he went out to Vegas this morning, but I definitely hit him up before I came through, because that was kind of vision I had too, and I know he would have pulled up on some shit like that. So yeah, man, shout out to Clayton Q, man. Shout out to Twang Around. Shout out to, man, it's just a lot. Like, man, I get the naming people, man. Like, you already know, but definitely, man, shouts out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, that's on the grind, doing what they supposed to do. You feel me?
Thank you, brother, man. Be careful on your journey back, and we will see you in the studio hopefully again soon.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.